Now everyone, you can please keep your eyes closed, but if you like, you can relax your posture. Can relax your posture. The old meditators, they can stay the same if it is bearable, but newcomers, new students can change the posture, but keep the eyes closed. Now we are going to practice loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation. We are going to share our loving kindness with all the beings in the universe. All the beings in the universe. Relax. Let your whole body to relax. First of all, we share our loving kindness with ourselves. Please spread loving kindness towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May I attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real peace, real happiness. Just like me, may my mother, may my father, may my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they also come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May I attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Just like me, may my enemies also accept my loving kindness. I wholeheartedly forgive for the mistakes that they did, for the things that they did to hurt me. I also ask forgiveness for the things that I did to hurt them. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. Come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May they also attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real peace, real happiness. Now let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the universe. May all the human beings as well as non-human beings, all kinds of birds, all kinds of animals, all kinds of fish, visible and invisible beings. May all of them gain and share and accept my loving kindness. My loving kindness. Let them be beautiful, let them be ugly. Let them be clever, let them be not clever. Let them be powerful, let them be not powerful. Regardless of any difference, without any discrimination, I share my loving kindness with all the beings in the world. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Peaceful. May all beings come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May all beings attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real peace, real happiness. Spread boundless loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now everyone, very calmly, very peacefully, please open your eyes slowly, slowly. Please relax, relax. Now everyone, please unmute yourself. Now please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. The sitting meditation session, the practical session of the for the 24th September 2021 is over. So this is how the time flies. The time flies. So we think in our life we have a lot of time, but the reality is time is flying. Sometimes at the beginning when you sat for the meditation session, if you are a newcomer, you might have thought, oh, this is a long time. 30 minutes is a long time. Actually, 30 minutes are composed of moments, moment by moment. You are, from moment to moment, what is happening is you are reaching the final minute. That's how it is. The life is the same. You don't have a very long time. Within the limited time, make sure that you practice this non-sectarian technique well and develop in peace and in a happiness. This is a so many people don't get these kinds of practices. You are lucky you got it. And then from them too, many people have the courage to start, but they don't have the courage to continue. You don't only you did start, you have the courage to continue. Some people continue, but they don't have the courage to continue until they reach the final goal. I'm pretty sure most of you have the courage to continue until you reach your final goal. So even though you don't reach the enlightenment during this life, you will motivate your life. You will elevate your life to a great peaceful stage, to a great happy stage. And I'm pretty sure many of you will lead a life with full of lightness, full of purity, full of happiness, and full of peace. So a better one. So you have that, but as I mentioned, we need to maintain that. We need to maintain the practice with the second kind of courage, the courage to continue. So today I'm going to teach you about the second perfections. I was teaching you the 10 perfections which are related to right livelihood. At the same time, these perfections help us to reach, to achieve eternal peace and eternal happiness, the final stage, Nibbana. So the first one I already mentioned to you last time, generosity. I think most of you attended and hope all of you got a basic knowledge. So within 10-15 minutes, I can't give you a perfect knowledge, but at least I hope you got the basic knowledge about generosity. Now, today, we are going to learn about the second perfections that we need to perfect, that we need to develop, that we need to get accustomed with in this life. So that is called sila. Sila means moral qualities, morality. Morality is a very precious thing to have. So, according to Buddha, there are two kinds of moralities. There are two ways of practicing morality, moral quality. In those days' language, charitta sila. Second one, varitta sila. Charitta sila means by practicing, we develop sila. By doing certain kind of actions, we develop sila. So, varitta sila means by not doing certain things, certain actions, we practice. By let's start with Varita Sila. How do we practice morality? By not doing nothing, right? By not killing, by abstaining from killing, we practice Sila. By abstaining from stealing, by not doing stealing, we practice Sila. By not doing sexual misconduct, we practice Sila. By not lying, we practice Sila. And by not practicing, not telling separative words, that means the words to separate two people from each other. So let's say there are two good friends, you are envious, you are jealous, you tell certain kind of untrue words, or sometimes the same truth you tell it to separate both of them. So separative speech. You abstain from separative speech. That is also Varita Sila. A practice of morality, that means development of morality by not doing, not practicing, not acting on those. And by telling vulgar words. There are certain words in every language which are called as vulgar. Yeah, vulgar means which are harsh words. The words that the public has accepted as not suitable to tell. Not suitable to tell. So by not telling such kind of words, we practice Sila. And then we practice Sila by not telling meaningless words. So when there is nothing to talk, nothing beneficial to talk, nothing meaningful to talk, the best thing that we can do is keeping the silence. Keeping the silence. It helps. Some people, they talk just for the sake of talking. Sometimes they fall into various kinds of troubles. Unknowingly, they tell lies. Right? So, because they have to talk, they want to talk. For you, what my instruction is, the Buddha's instruction is, if there is nothing beneficial to talk, nothing good to talk, keep the silence. That's nice. That reduces many problems. So that increases the other people's respect towards you. So by not doing certain things, you develop Sila, morality. That is Varita Sila. Morality that we develop by not doing. Then what is the second one? Morality that we develop by doing, by practicing. So you don't kill, instead you spread loving kindness. You help the other people. You help the other people as you can. You practice, you live with the mind open to everybody. You will live with the mind which doesn't discriminate. So in outer labels, people have various kinds of labels. I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Jew, I'm this Buddhi, that Buddhi, I'm an atheist, like that. Or they have various kinds of other ethnic differences, ethnic separations. They say, right, I'm Indian, I'm Sri Lankan, I'm American, I'm African, I'm Vietnamese, like that. So all those are, so there is a wise person like you who practice Vipassana meditation, who understand, even though these outer labels are there. Inside, when you observe these sensations, this breath, nobody is special. All are the same. All are human beings. So nothing to separate, nothing to discriminate. So you don't discriminate. You live with an open mind, a mind with full of loving kindness, full of compassion. So there is also that is practicing sila by doing, by practicing. You help, and at the same time you live with the mind full of loving kindness towards all the directions. Let it be towards north, towards the south, towards the west, towards the east, towards up, towards downward of you, towards down. You develop loving kindness. That's practicing healing by practicing. Then after that, you don't steal. Instead, you help the other people also not to steal. And you always and at the same time you always allow and respect the other people's things. Even by mind, you don't crave for the things that the other people do have. Even by mind, you don't like, you don't even think to have it. Even by mind, if somebody owns something, you don't even by a thought, you don't crave for it. You try. So then number 3, so you live with your own family, and and at the same time with the determination that I don't surpass my wife, my husband, even by a thought. Thinking like that, with such kind of strong determination, if someone lives, that person also practices sila, modality. Then after that, so this person thinks, if whatever it happens, even though my life goes, I don't tell a lie. Whatever thing that I will tell the truth. I will tell the truth, nothing else. So thinking like that, that person talks truthful words. And instead of separating speech, that person talks words that can unite the people, that can encourage the people to stay united, that can encourage the people to stay relaxed, peaceful. So and always determined to speak words which are meaningful, beneficial for the other people. So if you practice like that, you practice morality, moral qualities. They are not easy. So, but if you have a very strong mind, if you want to develop in the Dhamma practice, if you want to develop in the meditation too, if you want to gain a better development in the meditation practice, better to practice this as you can. At least 5 things. Not killing or stealing, not killing or harming the other people, not stealing, not doing sexual misconduct, not lying, and not taking intoxicants. If you can practice these 5, at least you have a good sila. You have a good sila, good moral background. So in this very Dhamma path too, in this very practice too, sila is the foundation. If the whole practice is to achieve the house, to build the house of Nibbana, house of eternal peace and happiness, the foundation is sealed. The walls are the concentration, and the roof is Panya, wisdom. So, seal is so much important. The Buddha says, Dana chajeyo pana anga hetu. Someone let the wealth go because of a part of that person's body. Let's say you got a cancer, you got some kind of other sickness. For the sake of your body, you let your wealth go. You spend your money, right? Some people, so people do like that. And angam chaje jivita rakkaman. To save the life, sometimes we let one of our body part go, right? Some people get bad diabetics. The leg is in a very bad condition, so they cut the leg to stop the spread of the sickness. So let it be an ulcer which is going up and up due to the diabetic. So you let the leg go to save the life. To save the life. Angam danang jivitang chapi sabba chaje naru dhamma manusarantu. If someone understands the real value of this dhamma, this non-sectarian, universal truth, they let all these three things go. They let the wealth go, they let the body parts go, they let even the life go, and doesn't do anything bad for the sake of Dhamma, for the practice of Dhamma. Because even practicing a very small thing can bring a lot of benefits for this life and for many lives to come. Understanding that the wise people, they never do wrong actions. They always practice morality. They always practice morality. So some people might say, so nowadays there are so many breakers of morality. Some people might say, oh, you are an old pattern, old style person. That's wrong. For the right thing, to do the moral things, to do the nice things, there is no time. Even 100 years later, earlier, if somebody did, they are good. If somebody did a good thing, nice action, that's a good thing. Right now it is the same. Even after 100 years later, even 100 years later, if somebody did the same good thing, that's not something old-fashioned. It's a good thing. Good thing is eternal. It has no time. Morality is such a thing. So, if someone practices morality in a wrong way, then what will happen is they fall. If someone doesn't practice morality, they fall in grace. They get disrespected by the other people. They are not honored in this very life. And at the same time, their wealth, it gets destroyed. And their enemies get more chances to harm you. Their enemies get more chances to harm you in this very life. We are not talking about the other life. And at the same time, so you attract sometimes not only you harm your life, you lose your life in this very life. Sometimes you have to go to jail and you have to spend the rest of your life in jail, or a long period of your life you have to waste in jail. These things happen if somebody doesn't practice sila well. And if someone practices sila well, that person, if someone practices moral qualities well, if someone doesn't kill or steal, doesn't do sexual misconduct, doesn't tell lies, and doesn't take intoxicants, and doesn't practice separatist speech and vulgar speech or meaningless speech, they not only they are respected, they uh, they decreases the chances of their enemies to attack them, and they become stronger. They become stronger in character. They develop confidence in them. They develop confidence in them a lot, and at the same time, their courage is continuous. Whatever it happens, the courage doesn't go down; it stays the same. That is the power of practicing morality. And at the same time, so so they don't need something outside to gain happiness. Happiness is there. Heart is light, mind is light, because there is no any burden. So there is nothing to hide, and at the same time nothing to worry about. So mind is light, mind is happy, and they live longer. Such kind of people, they live longer. So and at the same time, so the youthfulness, it stays longer too. If someone practices sila, if someone practices morality, the youth, you don't have to do plastic surgery. your youthfulness, it will stay longer, right? Because when the mind is light, mind is happy, mind is peaceful, it affects your cells. This, from the cell level, the change starts. You grow old. Nobody can stop growing old, but you grow old. Your cells grow old slowly. Their shape, their youthful shape, it stays longer. And at the same time, that person has a lot of energy. A lot of energy. How much such kind of people work or face various kinds of struggle, they are full of energy. They can face everything and come out of success. So a person who practices morality gain all these benefits. It doesn't matter if that person lived 100 years earlier or today or 100 years later. In whichever the time they live, if they practice the morality, it is the universal nature that such kind of people gain all these benefits. And even let's say someone cannot practice all these moral qualities, at least stick to one. Then later on you will get the ability to develop the rest too. Sometimes some people in the history, they prospered in life. They prospered in life because of practicing at least one moral quality. Let me tell you an incident which happened during the Buddha's time before I finish today's session. There was a robber who went to listen to the Buddha's teaching. So one day he met a monk in the area where Buddha was teaching. And that monk knew that this person is a robber. His profession is stealing. So that monk instructed this person not to steal. He said, "No, I can't do that because my family is surviving because of my stealing. So I can't do that." Then, that Bhante told him, "Right. Then at least, uh, please practice. Then don't kill anyone or harm anyone." Then he said, "No, I can't do that because if the people come and catch me, that's how I escape. I can't promise that too." "Then don't lie." Then the robber said, "No, I can't do that too because if the police, the royal police, if they catch me, I have to tell lies. I can't promise that too." So then that Bhante said, "Right, then don't take intoxicants." "No, I can't do that too. Every evening I take some intoxicants. So I'm used to it." "Then don't do sexual misconduct." Then the robber said, "Yes, I am married. I have 2 children. I promise not to do sexual misconduct." One day he went to break. He broke into a mansion in South. It was a mansion of a millionaire. And he was, even though he was a robber, he was handsome. So he right away, where he went was the storage of that mansion. When he entered the mansion, the wife of that millionaire who owned the mansion came there. He saw this robber, and she offered a deal that if she breaks, if she does sexual misconduct with her, he can take anything and go. The robber, he was very strong, so he was so confident in his practice of doing and not doing that thing. He said, "No, I'm not going. I can do anything else, but I don't do that." Then, do you know what happened? The millionaire, right away, he came there, invisible to them. He heard the conversation. So then his own wife, she was threatening him, threatening the robber, but the robber, he was refusing. He entered right away. He dispelled his own wife from out of home, and then he praised the robber and gave half of his wealth to the robber, praising his moral quality. Then the robber thought, "I only practice one moral quality. By practicing, I got millions worth wealth. If I practice the other ones, how much goodness can I achieve?" So he went to meet the same Bhante and told what happened, and said that, and he offered. Now he has many things, so he offered some offerings, and then asked Bhante what are the other practices that he can practice, the moral qualities that he can practice. Then Bhante told those things. Gradually, the robber started practicing the other moral qualities too. Then Bhante introduced him to concentration meditation. He practiced concentration. Later, the robber became a monk and started practicing vipassana, and later he became an arahant and enlightened one. So that's how it is. Even practicing one moral quality gives enormous blessings, enormous good luck for your life. How about practicing the whole thing? Let's practice moral qualities as much as we can and develop in this Dhamma path, right? So now I'm going to conclude. Let's wish. Today, to all of us join together and practice this noble meditation practice and accumulated a lot of positive energy. Let's share. Let's share all this positive energy with the sick people in this world. May all of them gain this positive energy. May all those people recover very soon. May this positive energy be with all of us. By the power of this positive energy, may no harm come to you. May you be able to stay very healthy. And may you be able to stay very safe. And may all of you be able to practice this noble Dhamma practice, this noble meditation practice, which is so soothing, which brings a lot of peace and happiness. Very well. And practicing this path, finally eradicating all the negativities. May all of you attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, please join your palms together and concentrate. Abhivadana silese nityam vada pachaino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. Good night, everyone. See you all in the next week. Mr. Huad, good night.
Good night, you, Bhante. Thank you.
Good night, Ramagaru.
Peace to you.
Good night.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night. Tihara, good night. Tirvan Sarna Tihara. Balji, good night.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night. Jaime, good night.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
Good night, Mrs. Liz.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
May you be happy. Good night.